Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people, rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective, it's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is, where the heart's uncovered. Where you detox from all of the lies you smothered. Where them tries could have killed you, but with faith you recover. Yeah, peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's an art tool. Reflect on all the juice like torture. It's on you, tell the truth.
Yeah, we about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Listen. Yeah, aim in the fit so you see in the mirror. Play with your focus and watch it get clear. Polish your crown, turn it up if you wear. You live in the root, release what you're fearing. And watch it all rise, the righteous will hear it. They calling us twisted, I'm not even caring. Because it's unseen, the mind is too barren. They won't even heal it, they pass it to cheering. We over here healing, conversing and listening. Know that the truth isn't always appealing, but end it with healing and find your beginning. Frequency positive, what you receiving. Perception is up to you, what you believing. What you retrieving, mentally speaking. Life that they breathing, no words from a heathen. Don't know it all, but together undefeated. Conversation rather want it, you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the tribe with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation rather want it, you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the tribe with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Hey. Yeah. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Praying for truth cause the world is so fickle. Keeping my mental how clean as a whistle. Attention's a trap, they can lead you astray. Sneering this ship through the storm and the haze. Real conversations are lost in the greed. Others get lost in the web that it weaves. Sift through the rhetoric, uncover schemes. Knowledge inherited, this is imperative. I got a lot on my mind and I'm sharing it. Apples to oranges, it ain't no comparisons. I'm the type that'll never break character. I'm the type to make memories and cherish them. Trust intuition and doubt of disparity. Pursuing the echoes of wisdom. Chasing that moment of clarity. Conversation rather one you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice, who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation rather one you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice, who the ears that'll listen. Who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen.
It's on you, tell the truth.
Hi, everybody. I am Universe Badger with the People's Podcast. We're with the ears that'll listen and where your opinion matters. And I have...
I'm Moon Tortoise. Was it hard to say that? The People's Podcast?
No, it was actually good. So we're trying to do a lot of things to optimize our SEO and to get recognized properly through the search. So we're going to use our keywords and stuff, and now our new logo or our new catchphrase and our name is now the People's Podcast because that's what we're known for. Tonight's going to be a good subject, a great conversation. What are we going to talk about tonight, Moon Tortoise?
Well, knowing versus doing.
Welcome.
Unapplied wisdom.
Unapplied wisdom. Welcome, SGF Graham.
I was confused that you threw me in there. I'm like, yeah, we got to welcome SGF Graham to the stage.
Peace. How everybody doing?
Oh, it's truly, truly well.
Cool,
And
cool, cool.
I'm good. Keeping it sleazy, taking it sleazy.
So what do you
But
think of the title, SGF Graham? Unapplied wisdom is wasted.
um, the wisest person probably lose more than they keep as they're gaining knowledge. So that is that is definitely true in a lot of cases. I can't say all because I don't know everybody's life experience, but I can say mostly on mine. You know, when I look back on things when something happened months after it happened and I get out of my feelings, I be like, I actually studied about that 2 years ago. I shouldn't have actually fell for that. But when you just crossing so much information, sometimes information don't come up right away, kind of like a computer that need to be cleaned out.
I agree. I agree. You know, they say knowledge is power, but I was thinking, you know, it's not about knowledge because everybody I say something to, they always say, I know. I know. Well, if you know, then I shouldn't be the one telling you it because you should automatically be doing it and no one has to tell you it because you're just doing it. So then I realized it's not knowledge that's power. It's the applied knowledge. What do you think, Moon Tortoise?
Um, it's funny. It's funny that you said knowledge is power. I used to really like playing Mortal Kombat 3 for Super Nintendo. And the first thing you saw on that game when you fired it up is a black screen and white lettering that said knowledge is power. And then you went on to play Mortal Kombat. You know, it was fun. But you had to see that every time. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe there's something more than actually video games. And I was completely wrong. They're amazing though. I'm joking, but you know, yeah, it was cool that it was on there because it made me think as a little kid outside the rectangular cartridge I was shoving in, and I always thought that was really cool. And I always kick myself when I'm trying to do something and I do it the wrong way, and then I remember the right way to do it right afterward, and I'm like, man, I couldn't remember that before. And I like what SGF, how he related to it being a computer. Says we have too many damn windows open in our head, and maybe we don't close some, or we close some out that we really need, and we're constantly making room for information. And we're running out of storage. Shit. Hindsight's 2020, I guess. That's what I think.
You know, and I always go back to what SGF Graham, his parents told him. You know, I think his mom was beyond her wisdom with that when, you know, she said, basically, I don't know word for word, SGF Graham, you want to say word for word? Because I just go off of what I took from it.
Um, Basically about the part where she said everything that
Yeah,
I don't like or didn't work for me, get rid of it and do something else, and everything that worked, keep it.
exactly. And that's basically what this is about. You take what you want from me, and what you can't take from me, please throw it away. And what you do take from me, apply it if it fits. If it don't, then it's wasted, you know, space. So remove it. And that's basically what I took from that, you know, because it's I was always younger saying, I know, I know, I know, even when I didn't know. And my friend that passed away, Jay, the one that helped me start all this, said to me, just say you don't know. I'll respect you more than saying you know and really don't know. Because I could show you or you can learn. But saying that you know when you really don't know, you're wasting that ability to find out. And I was like, huh, I can receive that. I can receive that.
So do
So
you
what
feel that fear plays a big part?
do I did. I was afraid of myself. I was afraid of change. I was afraid of myself. I was afraid of disappointment. I was afraid I didn't have I doubted everything because I let myself down a lot. So yeah, I do believe that. What do you think?
Okay. I think fear is the mind killer. Uh, I think we are prone to destroy ourselves with destructive thinking patterns or even worrisome thinking patterns. I've tried to cling to the idea of, is this helping me flourish? And 80% of the things I'm worrying about probably aren't going to come to fruition. That has been something that has helped me a lot in getting over. I had a big breakdown the other day and I fell apart crying, and I ended up talking to Badger, and Badger helped me through the problem. Something I didn't see, and you know what? I'm not upset that I cried and had a breakdown, because I needed to go to state land and freaking shoot my gun repeatedly and just scream, dump clips and watch the brass fly and then pick it up accordingly, because I'm that kind of person. But I can't right now. It's just not in the timeline. So being able to do that was pretty cool.
You know, and I called you just the day before, did the exact same thing, remember? And it just
Yes.
cried so sobbingly for like a half an hour to 45 minutes, and it felt so good because I released what wasn't for me. SGF Graham, do you think fear plays a big part?
Big part in what?
In not applied wisdom.
Nah, I think, just speaking from my perspective, it'd be when I have to make a sudden thought, a sudden a decision has to be made then, or something like that. Um, I wouldn't know. Nah, I hope fear wouldn't make them scared of the knowledge they just gained. Uh,
What do you think makes them not apply it?
Me, ADHD, not thinking about it at that moment. Maybe being too emotional of the situation instead of actually thinking. Um, I believe emotions play a lot. Right, I know fear is an emotion, but I believe other anger, sadness, depression, the act of giving up. I think all those, anxiety. I think all those will make somebody forget the knowledge that they've crossed, rather it came from somebody's mouth or something that they read. A depressed person don't care about the knowledge that they have at that point in time. Whether, or the ADHD person like me, like I said, I just might not be, especially if it made me angry at that time. I might be thinking spitefulness for the first couple of 5-10 seconds or whatever, and it be when I calm down, I really think about what I should have did or what I could have did. Even though I handle things pretty good or whatever, I could have handled them better. So, but I don't see fear. I just see other emotions.
Okay.
I can totally receive that. I wanted to ask that because it seemed I want to know. Obviously, I think we all want to know why we wouldn't apply knowledge. I would like to throw it out there to the wind that there are probably different aspects of this. Like, say you end up somewhere where a company or people might take advantage of the knowledge that you know, and you, in a positive and self-protective way, maybe don't display everything you know right off rip, especially before dipping your toe. And I've seen that happen. I mean, that's one kind of feasible and totally reasonable, I think, way you want to maybe withhold everything you know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's just something I've
I
observed. And that's not out of fear.
Oh, so you was talking about giving knowledge?
No,
I thought we were talking about giving it.
just doing
No,
something
like
with the knowledge.
say if I show up on a certain job or a site or something, to do a certain job, going outside of the brackets of that job, even if it looks good on your part and stuff, I've seen and had that bite me in the ass where people will expect a certain level out of you, and they might want to take advantage of you at or not pay you for your time or expertise or knowledge that you probably worked very hard for. So
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying completely withhold yourself from that, but go, in my experience, going slow and getting to know your people before showing them if you can do a particular skill or have a bigger skill set. I don't know. It's something I've observed, and it's been a way where I wasn't scared to withhold knowledge. It was better.
Oh, I mean, I definitely had to learn that everybody treats everything like competition. So I have to go into work the first 2 to 5 weeks, all quiet, meek, and humble, like they're possibly teaching me or not, and they put, then it might be or whatever. But I know that I have to go in there like that, no matter if in my head I'm saying, "Why are you talking to me like an elementary kid?" or something like that or whatever. I know that if I show everything up front, then it's like they think I'm coming for their spot. So I
That
can
too,
I
yeah.
can
They could
agree with you on that one.
come off as a threat. Look out, I'm Billy Badass. Bad.
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of went off there, but it
That's
felt
okay.
relevant.
No, it's okay. It does, and there's that still can be applied. That's still not. It's just it's applied within like with aggression in cigarette in certain circumstances. So you still have the
Yeah.
knowledge and you're still able to apply it,
Yes.
but you're just being cautious of it because of circumstances. I get that. But what
Yeah.
about those? What about those times that somebody else? Let's say you have a unhealed trauma, because that's what I have learned, that sometimes unhealed traumas will cause people to receive knowledge from a different source inappropriately or with aggression because of their unhealed trauma. We were talking about the book of the Master of Love last time, and it was saying how the father made the child like skittish after a while because he got yelled at. So it put up that boundary, and put up that fight or flight kind of mode within the child. So what if it's a male and they're really masculine energy and they got this I won't take nothing from a female kind of aspect, and then a female comes in and tries to show them something and gives them some advice. They feel affected and attacked by it because of some unhealed trauma they have within themselves, not because it was how it was said. It was because who was said by.
I mean, I've seen that happen before. You want to dig into the meat of certain things? Say, all right, look, now, like specifically being a female might have something to do with withholding.
And I mean,
Um,
even the time when that girl said what she said, and SGF Graham looked at her for a second. She said she felt threatened because he looked at her. If it was me that looked at her, she wouldn't have felt as threatened. But because he's a man, and because he was like, "Where's your head at this present moment? Like, are you serious?" That she was able to say that. So that's what I'm saying. It all depends on somebody else's unhealed trauma too, because no matter what our intent is, when we try to pass the knowledge on to somebody else, we can't control how they receive it and what it looks like to them. But
yeah,
I've met
I mean,
I met a lot of people that say I know, and yet they're still repeating cycles and doing the same thing over and over and over and over.
well, I agree with that, and we've talked about how that's patternistically kind of insane, and not exactly, but But I think you said something good. Something was said earlier is that I don't know. Is that was helpful information when I was younger, was to say I don't know. And it was a confusing time when I was a child, and I think maybe when everyone else, because you wanted to ask questions, but also you got regarded kind of as annoying for asking questions. It was kind of this hidden subtext, at least
Yeah,
I did anyway, because I would
me
ask
too.
a lot of questions. Shit, before
Mhm.
in the morning, I come in the room and be like, "Mom, Dad, how many scorpions are there on the planet?" Whatever. I wanted to know. I was hungry for knowledge, but applying that as an adult, I don't know, actually is good, you know, unless you end up with a concrete saw or something in your hands and you actually don't know how to run it, you're going to die or something. So saying I don't know is healthy. It's healthy, but it's kind of looked at as you're ignorant, right?
Do
In a
you
way.
want do you want to know what I was told a lot when I was younger? And I started passing that on to my child, and I realized that that was not cool to do. Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
Like that right there to me is a really bold and unfair statement.
That's
You're
kind of
telling
open-ended.
you're telling somebody to do something, but yet you're not doing it. And then you're just like, do as I say, but not as I do. Well, then why don't you apply the knowledge that you know that you're telling me to do to yourself?
I mean, sometimes it equals out. Sometimes they'll be like, they'll say that until you're 16 and then buy you a pack of cigarettes.
SGF
And
Graham, what do you
smoke
think of
with
that
you.
one?
I mean, my grandpa said it. He explained why too if I asked why, and then that's part of the reason I don't drink. You know, I always watched him drink and tell me, do what he say, not it was what he do or whatever, and then just watch things happen around him and be like, that's why he told me don't do that, whatever. And I don't do it. I didn't do it. So, I mean, it worked on my end. But I always did find it funny how you trying to convince me not to do this, but you're always doing this. So, we would always like go outside, all the grandkids, and we would like laugh about it. But out of all of them, I'm the only one that didn't. So maybe it didn't work. Now that I think about it, or whatever, I'm just the only one.
No, for real, that something stuck there, SGF. Because my mom said not to drink with me, but at a certain point, she couldn't wait. Like she couldn't wait to do it, and then we became like fucking drinking buddies. So I didn't see that. I didn't like take away from that the same lesson you did. I wish I did. Maybe I wish I did, but maybe it would save some stuff. But hey, that's one of those things on another podcast where we talk about, not changing your past and butterfly effects and whatnot. I don't know. You know what
You
I think
know,
about it.
and that can follow with everybody though. That can follow with everybody, in the world in some kind of position or authority. They always want to tell you what to do, but yet they don't apply by those same rules. Yet they want you to. And to make sense of that without questioning it, I don't know why somebody would want to do that without questioning it, because it don't look good on you. I mean, I don't know. I want to be authentic, and I want to not just tell you what to do. I want to also lead by the example and do it myself. I don't want to be on this type of show with mental health, telling people how to get better without me healing myself. So I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine being those. I did it for the longest time. And then I realized that was not helping the situation. I was only bypassing the action of doing it. I was avoiding the action because it was easier to talk about than to do it.
Yeah. And what catalyzed what's that?
I'll quit tomorrow.
You'll quit tomorrow. Oh yeah, the procrastination thing is bad.
Huge. We do it with a lot of different things in this world, and we don't know. I mean, why put it off? What makes people procrastinate, SGF Graham?
He's procrastinating. It's, and then a bloop came from Danny's bubble. Hey, there he is.
You asked me something.
Yes. What makes people procrastinate?
Not hearing people. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Oh, procrastinate. Thinking too much.
Yeah.
Oh,
Being in your head
he
too
just
much.
stabbed me.
You will be right. You'll think yourself into the climax of it, and then take yourself right back out of it and scratch the project or something like that. Like I've done that with several projects, probably all my projects except this one. That's why I'm so happy of it. Well, like I get down to 14, 15 tracks and I'll be like, it's not cohesive enough. I need this. Oh, I need that. Oh, I need this. And then I just start working on something else. Well, so thinking too dang much.
You know what
Oh
I
my
did
God.
today? I did this today, and then I want to hear Moon Tortoise's thing. I went and I shared this little thing for SEO to people on TikTok. I don't know if I shared it to you. I'm gonna have to share it to you, but I shared it to people on TikTok in their messenger, helping them to get more views on their TikTok. And you know what? And I walked away from it, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna just share it without applying it, because that's what we're talking about tonight. So I went back, watched it, and applied it to on the video for tonight. I'm proud of myself for that, because part of me just wanted to push it on to somebody else and say, do it, but not do it myself. Not because I'm afraid, but because I had so much already on my plate that I did today. I just wanted to, but it hit me. I just wanted to wait, for a better day. But then eventually it would have got to the point where I wouldn't even have done it. And it come across my feed at that present time for a reason. That's when I started listening to the universe and started reacting on what I hear instead of waiting, because we get knowledge every single day. We get insights every single day. We get premonitions every single day, but yet do we act on them gut feelings, or do we ignore them? And that's what I was feeling today. So, Moon Tortoise, has that happened to you before?
Yeah, my brain's my worst enemy. Oh, I'm sorry, Kitty. I scared my cat when I said yeah. Yeah, that's Jeff Jack. He just knife fought me on this podcast. It sucks. The thinking. Oh my gosh, I was thinking too much. I don't know. What are my overthinkers at? Take forever to write a comment, please. It sucks. If I could just, and I've tried, yeah, I've tried all the fun things, right? The alls and the idlins and the uppers, downers and whatnot, and it's just, there's always like, oh yeah, this is great, and then it isn't great, and it doesn't feel right. So I've been there for many years, and I don't know, cannabinoids have always been helpful, and not so much back when I was using them all day and every day, listening to Bob Marley, Sublime all day, but using them responsibly. It's a good way to and trying to break out of that funk. It's like I had that today earlier, and not to just rattle on, but I was really stuck, and I was trying to do a bunch of things on the computer, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go mow the lawn because I love mowing the lawn. So I mowed the lawn, and I came back, and I'm like, I feel like a new person. I got a whole new outlook. Every cell in my body just got vibrated. It's great. So I guess physical activity or something that just rerouting the brain is a good thing. I like the lawn mowing. You don't have to do that. So I hated the overthinking, but I heard it.
I can receive that so much. Walking away sometimes is a way of helping yourself from overthinking. Do it in small moderations. I think change has to happen. It really honestly does. And we have to be able to evolve and grow. But it can be scary if it's all at once. But we're never going to grow. We're uncomfortable, you know? We have to be uncomfortable to be able to learn that lesson for that change and that growth. So do you think that people use that excuse trap?
Do I?
Yeah, the excuse trap, like I'm waiting for the right time versus I'm scared to grow.
Yeah, sure, I do that. Actually, it's like I've been worried about time and productivity a lot lately. So this podcast came at an interesting time. I'm not infallible, uh, especially to myself. So, yeah, and the excuse thing, I've felt differently about since we did the podcast on it. Well, we talk about the podcast a lot, but we do talk about a lot of this stuff, and it kind of gets reciprocated where it's like excuses and reasons. Is it a reason or an excuse? You got to sit and ask yourself. And I've been trying to do that more frequently to inspire and kind of program positive thinking routines instead of routines that lead me into what we were talking about being sedentary and not moving and not changing and then worrying about the things you're trying to balance that are overwhelming you on a daily basis. It's key to for overthinkers to try and do that, and it's helpful in my opinion.
What do you think, SGF Graham? Do you think that people make excuses?
Yeah. I can't necessarily say that it's not the right time. It's always an excuse, but for the most part, for me, once again, I'm gonna say before this album, it was an excuse because I would say it wasn't right, but I did nothing to make it right or prepare it for another time or anything like that. Versus now I'm like, this isn't the right time, but it's only because I need putting the promotion in place before I do it. It's actually action before my time. So beforehand, yeah, it was an excuse. Like really, I just wanted to put more music on it or whatever, and I didn't feel like it was complete. But people kept saying it was, so I was saying, nah, it ain't the right time. It would have,
Mm,
but now, when I say it ain't the right time, it's because I'm still building my website and everything before I put it out. So now it's not the same reason as back then.
I can receive that too.
I guess it's the intentions behind the words. I guess that's what I should say.
Yeah.
Are you sitting on it when you say it's not the time, or rather it's a website, music, or videos? Are you just sitting on it saying, nah, this ain't right, or are you making it right?
Okay. I like that. Let's do the first question. About deep in reflection.
Oh, okay. What? Which question?
The one under
From
deep in
set A
reflection.
or set B? Okay.
What's
So
one life?
I got knowing versus doing. Is that the correct one?
No.
Okay, then I go up.
Yes.
Yes, that was the right one.
No.
Wow.
What? It's right under deep in plus reflective.
Okay. Wow. Hold on.
Under the screenshot that you sent. Under the
Yeah,
video.
my Facebook's deciding. My Facebook's deciding to have a seizure right now. It's
So
really
it's
acting up.
what's one life lesson you've learned but still struggle to live by? Henry or Curtis, I'm asking you this.
Not my name.
Not mine.
Microaggression. You know what? I sh- the fact that I'm not answering sounds bad, but I actually wanted to give it more thought. I want to give
Okay.
that one more thought. That's just I just do because it could be a few things. It could be one major thing, and that's what's important about introspection. Let me
I'll
find these
come back.
questions.
Okay, I'll come back. SGF Graham, what's one life lesson you've learned but still struggle to live by?
I can't help everybody.
Ooh, I figured mine out too. Good one. That's GF Graham. That's one too. I forgot about.
And that still bites you, does it?
Yep. And as soon as I help, I know that I just feel it immediately that it ain't gonna be no a thank you or any slight reciprocation. And I just have to, I can't even get mad. I just get kind of quiet because that was my fault. You know, like, yeah, I gotta still work on that one.
What's yours, Moon Tortoise?
It's not adhering. I'll just say not journaling, because that can explain a lot, but not adhering to rigid patterns I want, or more stable patterns of things I want to accomplish things. It's chaos because I do overthink a lot. This podcast is horrible. It's like picking scabs. So it's like I'm having a good time. But that is what it is adhering to routines that I want to adhere to, but have a hard time adhering to. It's just nuts. I can't get stick because I'm super ADHD. Clinically, ADHD, yes, it's clinical. So yeah, it hurts. It's an adult problem. I'm trying.
You know, my biggest thing is being bothered when I really want to be unbothered. I mean, that's huge for me. I try to not let things bother me so much because I only can control me and I know this. And I say I'm not bothered by it, but internally it's eating me up every single second and it's in my head rent free for hours and people think I don't care. And it's because I do care. That's the problem. I'm allowing it to consume me when I can't change people. I can't worry about what people see me, of me, how they see me, what they think of me, none of that. I stay authentic to myself with pure and genuine intentions, then it shouldn't matter what anybody else says or feels about me because I love myself. With that being said, I still am bothered by it. I allow it to bother me so much that I feel that it is aging me and it's within self because I don't know how to separate and not let it affect. So yeah, that's mine.
Wow. Yeah. Damn. So we're all going to the bar after this. No, I'm joking. Don't ever think that. SGF don't drink out of principle, and I don't drink out of.
I don't drink at all either.
I don't drink because I don't like the feeling. And then because no matter how much peace I talk and stuff down low, I'm always ready to whoop somebody. And I can't do it if I'm drinking.
There you go.
So that's
gotta stay on my toes.
Catch-22.
Yep. Give me peace or wind up in pieces used to be my motto, but I had to change it.
What truth are you avoiding right now, Moon Tortoise?
What truth am I avoiding right now? Is that one of the questions?
That is.
It is, because mine disappeared for some reason. What truth am I avoiding right now? These are all like questions require like a candle and like 15 minutes of meditation time. I gotta skip it. I gotta skip it. I'm gonna skip it. What truth am I avoiding right now? I don't want to answer blatantly.
Okay.
That'd be
SCF
rash.
Shayla?
It's gonna sound a little arrogant to some viewers or listeners, but you know me, it's not. It's my peer just accepting it is what it is. I'm gonna become great, and everybody's gonna change on me, and it's gonna make me try to figure out how to lessen my light enough to where they can want to accept me again instead of letting my flame grow as tall as possible because I'm a person of habits, which means if you're my friends now or family now, that's the way I want it to be. I don't really click with people. So I wind up being a lonely person that made it. Not because it's not people around for me to enjoy or get to know, it's because I don't want to get to know them. I envisioned it this way and it didn't happen that way. Like that's the main thing that I'm scared of the change. Because it's gonna happen. It's written for me or whatever. It's gonna happen. Nothing I can do about that except quit. And that's not gonna happen. So
Yeah. So I'm gonna come back in case you wanted to answer it in a second, Moon Tortoise. My truth right now, I don't know. I had it and I lost it. I'm trying to
I do
hold on.
mine.
Okay, go ahead. Maybe I'll remember mine.
I'm capable of doing more than what I am allowing myself to do.
Hmm.
Keeping it short and sweet.
No, I get that.
I know you
God, I
can
needed
though.
that.
I
You
know you
what?
know you can though.
Say it again.
What was that?
I said I said you know you can though. Not you think. You know you can.
Oh, you're talking to me? You talking
Yes,
about
Oh,
me?
and you. Yeah, don't say I think. Say I know. I know I can.
Oh, I didn't even realize I did that. Yeah, no, I'm pretty solid on how I said that, but worded it bad. People always call me out on my wording. I don't say what I mean very well. Maybe I should say what I mean better. Huh?
So I'm gonna do a reflection minute for a second. Of growth. When I first met you, fun wise, you would put yourself down because it made you comfortable with just because you were just
I
kidding
still
about
do.
yourself. I know, but you don't do it as frequently anymore, especially to me. Like I don't hear it at all compared to what you used to. And now you
Well,
apply a lot more with confidence within yourself. And I saw you blossom and love yourself.
you know, I do that to avoid um because you kept saying something about it. Is it an avoidance behavior or is it something that I did out of self love? Because I don't know, maybe I still talk shit about I don't mean it to, when I talk shit about myself, I believe to err is human. And I pride myself on being pretty cool in this hominid case I walk around in about wearing my false like armor now. So I feel like if I don't release things to myself in the world about where I do fall short, which is totally okay, then you come off as pompous, at least in my own eyes. And I don't want to fucking do that. I it's cool. So I wear sweatpants to Walmart like everybody else. Shit. I don't. I don't want to get tricked into thinking I'm happy with who I am, like incredibly happy. So it brings me great joy to be like, yeah, you maybe you fall short here.
But subconsciously, you don't do it around me at all. I don't know if if you're aware of it or not, but consciously you don't. So maybe subconsciously you're thinking of it because I don't hear it at all compared to what it used to be every other word.
Well, I mean, like that little extra and extraordinary is a little sub that matters. It's subconscious because I do a lot of shit that I don't know that I'm doing.
And then for SGF Graham, it was so hard. So I know how he said that he likes his circle small and he doesn't like inviting new people in, because it was so hard for him to speak to me at first, let alone me to tell him that the universe brought me to him and for him to believe, because he has such a guard up because he doesn't like letting people in, because he don't like change like that. Is that how it is, SGF Graham?
Well, you gonna say something?
That and when you used to being used, you just let conversations go here by to protect yourself or whatever. And when somebody try to latch on you, at least for me, I got a bunch of questions, and if they get aggravated answering the questions, then bump it or whatever. Like I got to feel secure in the whole situation or whatever. Even if the universe speaks, I'm still going to question, because that's how I approach the universe. I question the universe to get answers. So I'm gonna question actions that's coming about me. That's not really me refusing it. That's me figuring out what box, what category this conversation or this possible friendship need to go in.
I can receive that. I can receive that.
You think everybody do that? Everybody does that to a degree?
I think they may. I think they may. At times, because when I first approached you, it wasn't hard for me to get you to talk to me and to associate with me. I'm telling you, I had to really message him a lot, and I had to keep letting him know that, hey, I'm serious, and like just utilize me. I mean, I was consistent. I didn't just message him once and leave him alone. I was in his box message a lot.
The DMs.
Yeah, I was.
Like right now, it's tons of unread messages in my inbox right now, whatever. And literally, the first thought that I see, like when I see it scroll by, is the hell they want with me, or whatever. Like, and it could be somebody, talking about music. I finally clicked on one by accident, and he was talking about he wanted to be my manager. I was like, oh, well, maybe the universe didn't want me to deal with him anyway. Like, I just wrote it off like that and just kept it moving. Like I got a lot of unanswered just sitting there.
I got a lot of digital marketing specialists.
Oh, so go ahead.
I said I had a lot of digital marketing specialists always going into my inbox, and it's repeated patterns. Seems like I don't know if they're real.
My truth is that I'm afraid of right now is that because I don't want to be unbothered by things, I caught myself doing something, and I wasn't quite aware of why I did it until my son told me. I don't want to be bothered so much that I try to be unbothered that I'll snap. I will put my hands on somebody, and I don't mean fight them. I mean, like, by my hands. And that's not good. And I'm aware of it.
No.
I'm aware of it. And I try to not do it because I know that it's coming from an unhealed place. And I don't want to be, because I don't want to be like that. And I try not to let things bother me that I may snap. And not that I'm going to like go post or whatnot. I have self-control.
Oh,
But in the
collar that
dark part,
dog, Badger. You gotta collar that dog.
but the darkness inside of me will be like, fuck this stuff. And come undone. And that's not good. That's not good. And I've that's when I know that something else has to give, because that demon within me has been put to bed for so long that when it does come out, I know that something else has to give. Something has to change, because I can't become something that I'm no longer. But yeah, that's a fear of mine. Becoming something that I'm no longer.
Changing for the worse.
Yes.
Well, don't do that, Badger. And yes, manage personal space. Try to. Oh, people don't like it.
No. I don't like it.
Try
I don't
using
like
verbal threats. No.
I don't like giving people personal space when they're irrational, having an irrational thought. Because they're not thinking rationally. I want them to be able to sit within themselves before they react. I want them to think first. So I try to stop them so they could think first. And I realize that that's not good.
No. It's like, remember the old movies where the woman's freaking out and the tough guy hero with that brimmed hat smacks her across the face. So, get back here. It's abuse. Yeah. Textbook abuse. You know, shouldn't do. I know you're not doing that. I'm not saying you're doing that. But.
I know I don't slap people. I really will choke. I just, yeah.
Universe Badger might choke a bitch.
Yeah.
Crazy fun podcast tonight.
So let's find the last one of this. The excuses. No. Call on the audience. There's no audience. What is one piece of wisdom you've heard over and over and over, yet still haven't applied? Why and why not? And what's stopping you?
What's stopping you from applying what you know?
No, it's the last one on the thing I ever sent you. The last thing I sent you, the last one.
Oh yeah, called one piece of wisdom you've heard of. Once again, that's over and over and over again. I hear over and over and over again. Honestly, people kept looking at me and saying, "You're overthinking it. Stop overthinking." And at this point, oh, I can't even say what goes through my head. It's just brutal. When I hear it, it's just whatever it is. It's just I overthink more. I don't know. Like I said, I've tried chemical intervention, and very little of that works. Tested all kinds of that. Most of that was inconclusive or didn't work. So I try not to mess with things that make me crazy. And, you know, what's Serenity Prayer, except the things I cannot change, you know. There's a lot to it.
S. Jeff Graham. What's the one piece of wisdom you've heard over and over, yet still haven't applied? Why not? And what's stopping you?
I don't know. I try to apply everything. Oh well, knowledge I got from another musician that's further than I am, and they heard my music. Just put it out there. I hear them, but I want to do it my way. And I wonder if that's gonna bite me. But I'm still gonna hold fast to doing it my way. But it was some knowledge that I got from somebody that's further than me. I just don't think it's ready. So overthinking. Maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe I'm at the point of overthinking, but I don't feel like I am yet. My brain hasn't crashed. That's usually when I know I'm overthinking. When I can't even. When I no longer have a timeline, I'm just all over the place with my thoughts. I'm like, all right, time to just do something else for right now. Um,
A piece of wisdom that I've heard over and over and over, and I still haven't applied it. Don't share too much information with everyone. I still want people to know so much. I catch myself constantly overly explaining myself to people, even though I know that, you know, I'm not supposed to. I'm not supposed to overly share. I still do. Every now and then I'll stop myself and erase like a whole book of whatever I wrote to somebody because I was overly sharing. Because I overly share. And then I get real, I start to ponder in my head, yeah, you're doing the most. You don't have to overly explain yourself to anyone. You don't have to. They're gonna think what they want. This is off topic, but yet on topic. You mentioned sweatpants. Chili Mo was telling me a story that he walked into the store and the lady said, she said, "How dare you?" And he said, "What?" He doesn't know this lady from nowhere. She said, "Coming in the store wearing sweatpants." He said, "How dare me? How dare you? Whatever you're feeling inside of you, all I'm doing is just coming in the store. How dare you?" And he walked away from her. And I was like, yeah. Because you should have said to her, it's not my fault that I'm blessed or that God has given me this gift of whatever I have. How dare you look at me and that kind of thought of sexual intention or whatever it may be, that all I'm doing is walking in the store. I didn't think
That's
that, you know,
important.
that's important. I had to watch what I was wearing because I was coming in the store. I have on sweatpants.
So don't let it, you have sweatpants on. Don't let insults lead to fights, right? That happens a lot too. People get real touchy over insults and stuff. But,
oh, she wasn't
unless it's a
insulting.
personal space.
She wasn't insulting
Well,
him. She thought he was trying to make advances towards people by walking around like that because
wearing sweatpants.
yeah.
Huh. Well,
That's what she thought. She thought it was inappropriate, and he was like, "Yeah, no, I don't get it."
well, shit. I mean, like she was insulting his outfit by saying, you know,
No,
it's an insult to him.
no, she was speaking on how. But anyhow, yeah, it's just crazy how people are. It's crazy how people are. This perception they perceive upon you before you even walk in a room, just by how you look or how they feel. That's another podcast. But yeah, so we're going to do positive informations and get ready to wrap this up. So what's your positive quote for tonight, moving toward this?
What is my positive quote? Well, I guess let's keep it pertinent to the show. Think about some of the things you may have forgot. That sounds weird and hard to accomplish, but you know, think about it. Let's pull up some old YouTube videos you saved and totally forgot about. You might find from a past time in your life that you forgot about something really cool. Go through stuff. I don't know. And don't be afraid to not know. Don't be afraid to utilize accordingly when the need arises. We're not dumb for not knowing everything. Don't feel like ignorance is some kind of death sentence or you're even ignorant at all. We're just not obliged to know all the information. Once you keep an open mindset like that, your brain will sponge up. That's my positive point.
SGF Graham.
Only you can prevent forest fires. No, I'm just
No! That was my son's thing.
No, that's good to know right now.
I say, a beautiful flame is a controlled flame. So don't let your inner flame be out of control, and don't let nobody put it out either.
So my positive message is tune into Thursdays, because our Thursdays is about our mental health, our mental house. And SGF Graham did a beautiful segue to Thursday's show. If your mental house was a home, would you live there? Ponder with that, because that's Thursday's subject. And Jewsby's coming on with us to talk about that. And love yourself, but yet apply what you love with pure and genuine intentions, with authenticity. And then you won't have to worry about anything else. And control what you can, which is self. Everything else is none of your business and none of your control, so just fuck it. May your night be full of positive energy and high vibrations. Thank you for allowing us into your home, your heart, your ears, and your time. Go check out our website at unseentwisttruth.com. We're the People's Podcast.
Peace
and love.
Peace, man.
Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people. Rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective. It's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is. Where the heart's uncovered. Where you detox from all of the lies you smothered. Where them tries could have killed you. But with faith you recover. Yup. Peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's so hard to.